What's up, Titans? It's Tom Knight from Tighten Up Your Game. And now that 2020 is over, finally, can we all clap now? I wanted to take a moment and talk about some of the things that happened in 2020 that I'm super thankful for. Besides, just having survived such an incredibly challenging year. And by the way, if you're watching this, I want to start with you. Seriously, you could be doing literally anything else right now. But instead, you're here. I truly can't thank you enough for that. And though I can't see you, I want you to know just how much I really do appreciate you taking valuable time out of your life and spending it here with me. Hit me up in the comments below with literally anything that's on your mind or heart. Seriously, I'd love to chat about it. "2020 no doubt was a challenge, but if I may, I'd like to take this moment and reflect on all the good things that happened, even amidst all the pain. If you've seen my trailer video for this channel, you'll know that I am also a musician. And believe me, we entertainers definitely took a pretty hard hit in 2020. But the upside to it all was that I got to spend way more time with my family. Most music is performed in the evenings or on weekends, times that most families spend together. So, when the quarantine began back in March and all the live music performance jobs went away, there was an upside. And that upside was that I finally got to hang out a lot more with the family on the weekends and in the evenings, which is time well spent if you ask me. I have 3 young boys and I can tell you, they enjoyed getting to hang with Dad a lot more this year. Then there was the homeschooling, again due to the stay-at-home orders that started earlier in 2020. This was a nice return to my former days as an instructor. You might not know this, but in addition to performing music over the last 3.5 decades or so, I also spent over 20 years as an instructor at a music school here in Atlanta. Now, I left that job 5 years ago to pursue my interest in marketing, but my teaching skills never left. And I very much enjoyed getting to spend even more time with my young ones, teaching them and helping them navigate their new online educational platforms. Also, I myself was enrolled in college online, finishing, finally, a bachelor's degree that I started over 30 years ago. I quit school back in my early 20s because, frankly, I got lucky early on and found fortune in the music business. But then a couple of years back, I figured, it'd probably be wise to go ahead and finish what I started all those years ago. But this time around, rather than focusing on music, instead, I'd be focusing on business with an emphasis on marketing. Something I just found as challenging and rewarding as music. Honestly, they're both very creative. And barely a month ago, I graduated, finally, earning my bachelor's degree. I was also inducted into Delta Mu Delta and received the Lambda Sigma Award for academic excellence. Something I never thought would ever happen. It was such a shock. It's just something else I'm really thankful for that happened in 2020. And then, in terms of health and fitness, I enjoyed a handful of other little wins, including the fact, for example, that 2020 was the year that I got my very first muscle up on the rings. I remember trying desperately to get even one ring muscle up, to no avail. But then finally, in mid-February, almost a year ago now, I tried one, and to my complete surprise, I got it. And you know what? I've been working out with those ever since. 2020 was also the year in which I finally achieved a full 1-minute freestanding handstand. And this past June, I celebrated my 1-year anniversary of having switched to a plant-based diet. Which, by the way, was definitely a challenging transition, and honestly, one that I might have to talk about in a future video. We'll see. I'm also really happy to have started this very YouTube channel. And funny enough, the whole thing was actually my wife's idea. She noticed that I was kind of haphazardly, randomly posting little bits and pieces of my workouts on other social channels and finally said, why don't you just be more intentional with it all? And it just kind of clicked. I had gotten a handful of private messages here and there about personal training over the years, So I just decided to go for it. And I spent the early summer months of 2020 thinking about it all, and, well, here we are. I'm still working out the kinks, but I have had this channel now for exactly half a year this month, and I've managed to release at least one video every week, usually on Saturday mornings. And I honestly hope to continue doing that moving forward. Again, I'm just thankful that I'm even able to do this. I'm thankful for a supportive wife, thankful for my rambunctious little boys, thankful for the additional time I got to spend with the family this year, and thankful that my college days are finally behind me. No doubt about that. Thankful really just to be alive and healthy during such a trying time. Honestly, that alone is a huge blessing that's denied to a great many, and I will never forget that. Okay, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and again, if you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back. But if you're a first-time visitor, thank you so much for watching. I sincerely hope there's something, anything here on this channel that is somehow helpful or inspirational to you in any way. And like I always say, please comment below if you'd like me to cover anything specific in a future video. Or just a chat, like I said before. Let me hear what you're thankful for this year. Love to hear from you. All right, see you on the next one.